right, welcome to reading today. So this week is going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday are going to be books on Epic, and then Tuesday and Thursday we're going to work on some reading skills. So again, we're still going to be working with suffixes. And remember, suffixes are at the end of the word. Prefixes that we learned last week are at the beginning. So pre kind of makes you think of beginning, so pre is at the front. So last week you learned about the suffix full and less. And just to review, when a word ends in F-U-L, full, let me type it out. Remember, the full means full of, it's adding that meaning to the word. And when we add less to the word, it means without. But today we are going to be learning about a new suffix. We're going to be learning about L-Y, ly. So let's real quick go over. So when we add ly to the end of the word, because it's a suffix, it means in a certain way. So when I say sadly, I was singing sadly. I was singing in a sad way. So it's an excellent way to describe how something or how often something is done. All right, so I'm going to take my base words and I'm going to add my suffix of ly, and then I'm going to get a new word. So if I say sad plus ly, sadly, as we went over, means in a sad way. If I say correct plus ly, correctly, it means in a correct way. If I say love plus ly, I get lovely. It means in a beautiful way, in a loving way. If I say proud plus ly, I have proudly, in a proud way. If I say quick plus ly, quickly, it means in a quick way. I was running quickly, I ran. I'm talking about how I ran, quick. If I say quiet plus ly, I have quietly, which means in a quiet way. So now let's go over some examples. I think the best way to learn about these words is reading it in a sentence and seeing how it changes the meaning. So if I say, he sadly smiled at his friends on Thursday, I have to look for the word that ends in ly. So I see sadly right here. So now it's saying he, in a certain way, in a sad way, he smiled in a sad way. He sadly smiled. It might look like, So he sadly smiled. So it's saying how he smiled in a sad way. She proudly recited her memory work. So now we have to find the word with ly. Proud, ly, proudly. So now we have to think. She recited in a proud way. So when she was reciting her memory work, she said it proudly, in a proud way. She went up there, she was like, I'm confident, I know it. I have my memory work down, I'm going to say it. All right, so then number 3, they quickly ran across the street. So now I have to find the word with ly. Right here, quickly. Now it's describing how they ran. They ran in a quick way. So quickly is my quick way. It's a certain way they ran. All right, they sat quietly in the library. So now, how are they sitting? They sat in a quiet way. Quietly can mean quiet way. So it's saying what certain way they were doing something. And see how it always goes with the verb. All right, so recited proudly, smiled sadly, ran quickly, and sat quietly. So it's kind of describing everything in a certain way they did it. So I could say, you are listening carefully to this lesson. How are you listening? In a careful way, carefully. All right, so let's go on to ness. That is our other suffix, ness. So it means the state of being. All right, so when I say sadness, I feel a lot of sadness. I'm in the state of being sad. It means the state of being. So if you have, remember, pen and paper for your lessons to take notes during it, I would write down the meaning of each suffix. So I'd write down ness, means the state of being. And I would write down Lee means in a certain way, because that's what we want to remember. It changed the meaning of the word to be in a certain way and a state of being. So let's go over. Kind plus ness gives me, if I say it all together, kindness. It means the quality of being friendly, the state of being kind. So if I'm showing kindness, that's how I'm acting. I'm showing the state of being kind, of being friendly. Now if I say thin plus ness, thinness, it is the state of being thin. So if I say that paper has a lot of thinness, it's the state of being a really thin piece of paper. All right, so now if I say well plus ness, wellness, it is the state of being well, the state of being in good health. It's another way to describe it. So if I feel good, I'm going to say have wellness. I'm in the state of being well. I'm healthy. So it's the state of being in good health. All right, weak plus ness. Now I blend it all together. Weakness, the state of lacking strength. So the state of being weak. I have no muscle. I'm being weak. I'm sick. I have weakness. All right, hard plus ness, hardness. It is the state of being hard. So, like, this desk is hard. This desk has a lot of hardness. If I hit it, it's going to hurt my hands. All right, sick plus ness, sickness, is the state of being ill, the state of being sick. All right, so let's read some examples and sentences because that always helps understand the meaning a little bit more. So now let's go over some examples. So thank you for your kindness. So I need to find the word that ends in N-E-S, ness, right here, kindness. So what do we think that means? Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your state of being kind. Thank you for your quality of being friendly. So it's saying this, you right now are in the state of being kind. You have been kind to me. You're showing kindness. All right, number 2. The college started a wellness program. So I find the word with N-E-S-S, wellness, in that they started a good health program, a state of being in good health program, a state of being well program. All right, so then the accident caused weakness in my arms. So the accident's caused what? The state of lacking strength. So the state of being weak, weakness in my arm. All right, she gets motion sickness when she rides on boats. So now I find the word that ends in N-E-S-S, sickness. That is the state of being sick. She gets motion sickness. So if I say I get motion sickness, I'm the state of being ill. I do not feel good. I have sickness. All right, and for your homework today, we're just going to be going over, again, just one IXL standard. Suffixes and prefixes can get a little confusing, so make sure make sure that you write down the meaning of ness. Remember, it changes the state of being. So you can write even down the example. Sadness means the state of being sad. And then Lee adds in a certain way. If I'm sadly, it means I'm in a sad way. So make sure to write down the definitions and maybe just 1 or 2 examples for when you go and do your homework so that you feel confident and you have notes to look back on. All right, thank you and have a good day.